Hey guys, this is Sam, and today we're going to be taking a look at Velox 2. So as I showed you guys at the beginning of the video, this is Velox 2. Basically, when you swipe your finger up on one of the app icons on your home screen, a certain function or a standard function will be set for that app. So for example, an app that has been customized is, for example, the camera app. When I swipe up on that, I have the ability to take a picture right from the home screen, which is really cool. Probably my favorite action that Velox can do on my whole iPhone. But for example, an app that hasn't been customized is videos. So when I swipe up on that right down below, it just says no new notifications. And no new notifications is basically what shows up if there isn't a Velox action or Velox tray tailored for that app. Something very cool is the same for maps. So when I swipe up on that, I get a whole map of the US that I can literally zoom in wherever and it will show me exactly as if I was in the Maps app, only I'm on my home screen and I can tap back in an instant and I'm still where I was before. And that's what's so cool about Velox. You can do all of these actions straight from your home screen without ever leaving your home screen, which I think is just so cool. The concept and idea for this tweak is just killer. I mean, it's so cool, that's all I can say. The same is true for an app like Tweetbot or Twitter. When I swipe up on Tweetbot, I can actually view my whole Twitter feed without exiting the home screen, which is crazy. And I have to say my favorite function is probably with Twitter, or it's probably in my top 3. When I swipe up to activate the Twitter application, I get this really nice looking UI for a tweet that I can send out to Twitter. And I can seriously just say, hey, I'm testing Velox 2. And when I send that, it will post the tweet without me ever having to leave the home screen, which is something that I just think is awesome. I love being able to do functions in places that Apple normally wouldn't allow you to do these functions. So the whole idea of Velox 2 is really cool to me. Up next, we're going to be heading over to Velox's preference panel, and first we're going to see a kill switch at the top. Under that, we will also see dark mode. Now by default, dark mode is enabled, so when you turn it off and go swipe up on any app on the home screen, you can see it does go in fact from dark mode to light mode. I have to say I do like dark mode a lot better, so I'm going to leave that enabled as it was by default. And next up is use faster animations, which I am a huge fan of. I will definitely be leaving this option enabled at all times. You might notice that it takes a couple seconds for Velox to load, so using faster animations, just as it would imply, makes the animation sped up and it makes it a little faster. Now I know that might sound like a really small and arbitrary change, but to me, I'm a huge fan of that option and I'm definitely going to be leaving that enabled 100% for sure. After that, we can change our activation method to the following options, either swiping up on an icon, swiping down, double tapping, triple tapping, or even holding an icon is how we can enable Velox. We can change our plugin preferences. I didn't really find a whole lot of use in that section, and then the Velox view for an app simply gives you the Velox option. For example, on the App Store, you can either search for an app or do the notifications view, and it will probably just say no new notifications. I really like using the Velox folders when available, so I'm just going to be leaving those settings just the way they are when you install the tweak for the first time. Anyway guys, that's basically all I have to say relating to Velox 2. The developer Phillip Tennen was kind enough to send this out to me in order to show off to you guys, so huge shout out to him. He said that he was aiming to submit the tweak on Valentine's Day, though of course that could change for obvious reasons depending how many issues and bugs and whatever he runs into along the way as he continues to develop this great tweak. But he also told me that it would be available on the BigBoss repo for only $2 if you've never purchased Velox before, and only $1 if you'll be upgrading to Velox 2 from the original version of Velox all the way back on iOS 6. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more early previews of upcoming Cydia tweaks. This has been Sam with iUpdateOS. Have a great week guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one.